Today we are looking at cards for December 23rd and 24th, and they are the World, the High Priestess, and the Four of Wands. Can you keep a secret? The High Priestess, number 2 of the Major Arcana, and aka the Female Pope, or the Female Magician, is the card of women's intuition. Whatever the question, we either already know the answer, or we're not meant to know. The one thing we're not allowed to say, though, is I don't want to know, or to ignore or deny that intuition. In the future position is the joyful, celebratory Four of Fire, or Four of Wands, Venus in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There are women all over this spread. The feminine energy is undeniable, whether male or female. The Wildwood Tarot shows barefoot cave women dancing around a fire, while the standard olden time cards show 2 women dancing, arms upraised, holding bright spring bouquets. A wedding or marriage is usually the go-to interpretation of the Four of Wands, but as this seems to be a secret, I shall speak no more about it. We have 2 major arcana of 3 cards. In the past position is the World, number 21, and the last of the major arcana, another peaceful card of completion. A life cycle has closed. The world has turned, and it feels very natural because it is. Cycles end, and something else begins, and so it goes. The world in the past position can be talking about our own little world, which these days is the only world we have, unless, of course, you're out there all naked in the face spreading the COVID love. Thanks for sharing and not caring, it's Christmas. People don't want to believe astrologers and psychics, but they'll watch the weather report, something they can do absolutely nothing about. I can argue with Siri all day long about the 50-mile-per-hour wind ripping my roof off, as she's insisting it's not, yet she has a lot more credibility than a psychic, even though she can't find her way around the desert with a map and a flashlight. Astrology is a weather report, and that's all. There are things going on in the sky that haven't in hundreds of years. How can we possibly think that's not affecting us here on Earth? I digress, but since the star of the show today is a psychic, and I've been schooling myself on the conjunction via the many gifted astrologers on YouTube, I need to shout out to all the readers and astrologers and spiritualists who have been on call 24/7 over the last year. The High Priestess can be a female therapist or counselor. The Priestess, on the olden time cards, is seated between 2 pillars at the portal of the underworld, which is interesting because the Four of Wands, the pair of upright poles on either side of the card holding up the flowery party garlands, form 1111, another portal. The cliché generator spits out, be in the moment, live for today, all we have is now, but can't compete with the message I received a few days ago. Don't review, don't rehearse. That is, we spend a lot of time rehearsing the right things to say or do before encounters or meetings or conversations or events, and a lot of time afterwards reviewing and wondering and worrying if we said or did the right thing. In moments of anxiety, you may be either rehearsing or reviewing. When you realize this is what you're doing, you will find yourself in the moment. Aha! To be continued tomorrow.